I feel like everyone hears what I say or has heard what I've said about Moose, and they're like, "All right, you're completely mixed up about this guy because there's no way, because he's the one that wanted you to go on the trip. Like, why do you think that um, he's the guy?" And he wasn't the only person that wanted to go on the trip, and you never know who had the idea. And it's hard to explain how when you know how much a person likes you, you don't think they want to kill you. And I think he liked me because he didn't think I was actually a spy, and he might have been plugged in with some people that are connected. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, just because he didn't want to kill me doesn't mean that someone else connected to him didn't want to kill me. And I don't know for sure. What I do know is that the playbook Hakani and a lot of these other people are pulling out of is kill Americans, especially Americans that might end up being against you because they're learning Arabic. But so all these people that I used to hang out with in Egypt, they hated Mubarak. Mubarak was the president, Hosni Mubarak, and they would stuff the ballot boxes, and everyone hated him. But then we were all friends with Selma Mubarak, and I don't know how everyone's friends with Selma Mubarak, and I never asked her if she was actually directly related to Hosni Mubarak. I just figured it's a pretty rich area. It's a pretty rich school. Like, all the rich people go there, and that's why I figured rich people live in Maadi and they live in Heliopolis and Zamalek. Those are the three. But I don't know anybody that lived in Zamalek except for me. I lived in Zamalek, and I knew a lot of Americans that lived in Zamalek. I knew a lot of people lived in Zamalek. Okay, so Moose, he works for Coke. His parents worked for Coca-Cola, big company in the Middle East, big company everywhere. Um, he's he's a musician. Like he like I'm just saying, this guy. It's like, who's your best friend? Moose, and Mo, and Omar, like that guy. I don't even feel like he hung out in the same group of friends because I knew him through this guy. Like, I knew him, and I knew this guy Muhammad Manawi. And Muhammad, his dad was the minister of tourism, and Muhammad's the guy that sat there and showed me pictures. I fucked her. This car cost me $500,000. This is my yacht. This is this, and I just got so turned off by this guy flipping through pictures, telling me everyone he had sex with. But Omar, that guy and I were actually Omar. Omar is a lot like Moose. Like, he has that personality where you really like Omar, and so I don't know, but I don't feel like he was part of that same group of friends. But I feel like everyone's friends, and just because you're friends with people doesn't tell you anything. Like, oh, I went to college with you, and you were around me and my friends. It doesn't always. It definitely whether or not you were around my friends doesn't tell you anything about me. If you know about Baylor, I mean, maybe it tells you a little bit, but I don't know. None of them seemed like they were religious nuts. They just everyone hated Mubarak, and um, and I think that I agreed because I was not a fan of overthrowing democracy. I thought give the Muslim Brotherhood a shot. That worked out great. Mohammed Morsi worked out great, didn't he? No, he didn't. And the Muslim Brotherhood's still around, and the Muslim Brotherhood is more powerful than ever. And back when I was in Egypt, that was a completely different time for the Muslim Brotherhood. That was when the Muslim Brotherhood was getting arrested. They were getting rounded up. Um, I don't know. I think no matter what, I would never believe that Moose tried to kill me. But it doesn't mean that I think Moose is gonna be on my side. I can imagine a situation where we're hey, you're my buddy. Yeah, we're both buddies. We got to shoot each other someday, and that's just kind of how life is. You're friends, but sometimes you have to kill your friends. That's just the nature of high level international relations.